Hello students, let us stop scrolling, let us dive in. Hoima Diocese Biology Paper 1, 2026. This paper covers only two topics, physiology, genetics. The rest are similar. Let us dive in each of the items and see how they are. Responses are provided, you'll see them through. When you read item 1 is an item of arsenic and heart disease from the topic of human physiology, particularly effects of toxins on the body. Now, when you read the scenario, in summary, Mousa's heart disease had high arsenic of 6.248 versus 0.012 in healthy people due to populated air. Then arsenic caused DNA damage, fibrosis, which resulted to stiff heart, and fewer mitochondria. Christie came about less or resulted to less ATP, faulty ribosome. Then when you read through, you're going to internalize the results as irregular heartbeat, weak muscles, poor oxygen delivery. And when you read through again, you're going to get the best management to be dietary adjustment, glucose supplement, mild supervised exercise. And from among the evaluations given, you're going to see that gene therapy is costly and hard exercise is also risky. That is item 1. When you read it, you're going to enjoy it like that. Go through, internalize it, and see whether you can respond to it, and you can try to relate your response with the response I've provided for you here. So you can document your work with a pen, write it down. Serious students are writing already down, or you can screenshot your work. Let's dive in item 2. Item 2 is an item of a Peppermint farming under stress from the topic of plant physiology. Look at physiology. Diocese is telling us the danger of us not reading physiology. Plant physiology is particularly from effects of light and hormones on growth. When you read that item 2, we're going to internalize that group A is of 8 hours light and moderate ABA, that is abscisic acid, which brings about high photosynthesis, moderate wilting, flowering. Then group B is of 6 hours light and high ABA, low photosynthesis, severe wilting, no flowering. Then more light, that brings about more ATP, more NADP for growth. And high ABA brings about stomata closure, which results into less carbon dioxide and more water loss. And lastly, we're going to see the best intervention to be routine watering during hot days. Any B from that question is that increasing soil salinity with ash is bad. It increases water stress. That is item 2 for you, my guys. Read it through and internalize, relate it with the response available here. Write it in your documentation books or screenshot it. Item 3 is an item of managing sports injuries from the topic of human physiology. Look at how physiology is moving like water. Human physiology, particularly homeostasis and response to injury. Yeah. From it, when you internalize from the item, you read it critically. We're going to have player A or player 1 warm up best. That is high efficiency, fast reaction of 160 ms. High HR increases blood flow and reduces injury. Player 2 is of local anesthesia, bad for support, slow reaction of 260 ms. Masks pain can worsen injury. Then player 3 ice and play immediately. This reduces swelling but lowers coordination and nerve conduction. Not safe to play right away. In conclusion, from that scenario, warm up is safest. Eyes only with rest after. That is for you, my guys, item. Item 3. Let's dive in item 4. Item 4 is an item. You can go through it. Yeah, item 3, you can go through it. I've gotten for you covered the response here. Try to respond in your way and got you covered here. Item 4. Item 4 is an item of painkillers and immunity after accident. From the topic of human physiology, particularly nervous system and immunity. When you read item 4, we're going to get that Okello got morphine and vaccine. That is less pain, healed in 10 days, normal cardiac output of 5.2. Musa, no painkiller or vaccine, much pain, infections, fever, high cardiac output of 6.8 due to stress. And when you're going to also internalize from the scenario, the best strategy is regional anesthesia and passive antibodies. Gives instant pain relief and immediate immunity. Yeah, lastly, we are going to see the oral painkillers and antibiotics after infection is too late. Yeah, that is it from item 4. Read it, internalize it, see how you can respond to it with the response I've given for you to guide you. Item 5 is very interesting, is an item of pesticide resistance in moths. Topic of genetics and ecology, particularly natural selection and ecosystem balance. Wow, these are heavy topics, Sebo. When you internalize from the question, we're going to see the resistant gene R and winged gene W are linked at high temperatures of 302 degrees Celsius. At high temperature of 32 degrees Celsius, no recombination occurred. 10 years of spraying, R allele increased from 0.05 to 0.95. Oh my god, susceptible moths died. Predators, beetles died out from 200 to 0 per kilometer squared. Oh my god. Ecosystem collapsed. Lastly, we see that best solution is integrated pest management, use biological control and selective spraying and restore predators. That is for you, my guys, item 5. So interesting. Go through it, internalize it, relate it with the response I've given. When you go to item 6, last item, so complicated, like my life. When you say item 6, it is an item of heat tolerance in Zebu cattle. From the topic of genetic and ecology, particularly adaptations and land management. In it, when you read, you internalize that a little t to power h, extreme tolerance, is greater than power t of m, moderate, greater than t of power t, susceptible. I don't know if you get that. The alleles are right available in the question. You can go through them. Secondly, small t, capital H, and t, small h cattle uses least water of 12 liters and loss least body mass 4% in drought. Small t, capital TT, small t use most 45 liters and lose 35%. Now, heavy grazing changed grass from good fee meda to weed sporobolus. You can read that biology word. Don't let me suffer alone. Increases soil erosion to 38 tons. That is it for you guys. Then lastly, you should know the best strategies which are the best strategies which are to be used in that. As the question has asked, internalize the question and see, guys. Success. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes.